Hey guys, this is Chodaros from Chodaros Designs, Chodaros Bling, and I got a pretty cool bracelet made up here. It took me about 10 minutes to come up with, and it is a special bracelet because it's named after one of the coolest nephews ever, and his name is Jack. This is my buddy Jack, that's his sister Sophia, and that's my little boy there, Antonio. But this bracelet is for my boy Jack. So, the name that I choose is All Jacked Up. Why? Because for us adults, it's a humorous name, and for all the kids, it's All Jacked Up. This is Jack. I just jacked it, or if it was Joe, it'd be all Joed up. So, it just happened to be Jack. So, big shout out to you, big boy. Your Aunt Christy loves you lots. Can't wait to see you soon. And this is your bracelet, buddy. So, let's get our loom and get started. So, we're going to grab our loom. And all we're going to do is reverse the order of the pins from a normal out-of-the-box setup. So, your first and last pin bars are going to be lower than your center one, like that. This is a super simple bracelet. This is old school, like we used to do when we first started looming. So you're going to place that band there for close up, and then take your border color and pull those two bands down. So as you can see on this bracelet, I used the metallic silver for my border. That's what we're placing now. And that is going to run up both sides . I'm only going to do one loom in length so I can do the whole bracelet with you. So we go all the way up to the end, and then we're just going to take from our outer pegs to the center, like that. Okay, make sure all of those are pressed down. So our next band that we're going to place is going to be what this white band is in here. So for that, I'm going to use this goldish color, if you will, from Rainbow Loom Limited Edition. And those bands are going to go up into a arrow to that second peg in the center. And then we're going to take our next color, and that is going to make a small V on the pins right there, and that is it. We start it over again. So we want to come from this outer pin and go up, and then take our next color and just create these small V's like that. So long stretch arrow bands, and then little stretch V bands. Long stretch arrow bands, then little stretch V bands. Yes, you guys call me the Bling Queen, which is given credit to Loom for Kaylee. She started that, but I have much love for all loomers. So if I come up with some type of a design that will allow more loomers to loom, that's really what I like. Grabbed enough bands. Look at that nice pink band in there, huh? So we just have a couple more to lay, and then we will, gosh, it's not even in the center of my screen. Super sorry for that. I'm in a different location for my tutorial. Okay, so we have one more to go to the end center peg. And then our small V out like that. Okay, so that's what your loom should look like. And so our last step is going to be adding a single chain that's going to go up the center. So I'm going to use the same as I used for my perimeter, and it's just a basic chain up the center pins. Okay, so that concludes the band placement. And now we get to turn our looms around and start looping. So we do need a cap band, which I'm going to use the same as I used for my border. I'm going to wrap it 3 times. Alright, so once you have your cap band on, and then what we're going to do is we're going to go inside that cap band and loom out the top band, which will be the one that's going straight forward, like that. And then the next band we're going to loom out is the one right below it, which will be the arrow bands. Okay, once you get that one arrow band over, you want to take out of the 2, you want to take that bottom of that color and bring it up on and over. So this one goes back to itself, and then we grab the bottom of that color, bring it up and over the peg, like that. So the next step is going to be to loom the next band in line, which will be this one here that goes straight forward. So then that opens up our peg here, so we can loom out these bands like that. And then we want to come back down into this peg and loom out our border, which just goes over like that. And then simple enough, we take the bottom band, which is our border going straight forward, and bring that up. Straight forward, bring that one up. And that is all there is to it. Super simple. So since we loomed up this center chain for the next one, we have this pin opened up, so we can go ahead and grab in there, bring this band up, take and grab the bottom of that band and bring it up and over the peg, this side, up, and then go and take this band up and over the peg. And now we have to clear out everything in this peg here, so we want to take the band going straight forward and loom it up. And now we opened it up for these short bands coming down like that. And then we just want to loom our border straight forward. So we're going to do the whole bracelet at once, with meaning not coming back and looming up our border bands. Okay, so again we go in the center band, loom up our long stretches, pull that one up and over, long stretch, pull that side up and over, and then loom this band straight, and this one on top goes down, this one on top goes down, and then loom your border straight ahead. Okay, so I'm going to set mine down here, go a little bit faster. Oh, I'm sure I could have gotten a lot more inventive, but sometimes simple is best. Yeah, I noticed I did something wrong too. Okay, this shouldn't have come up yet. And this one shouldn't have come up yet, so I apologize. Okay, so now I have those two up, and then I loomed that one up, and then I need to still come down and take these out. Now I can loom up that border band like that. And then I have these two bands in here. Make sure you remember to flip over the bottom. Go straight forward, back down to the left, down to the right, border band goes straight, border band goes straight, and then our last set, long stretches out to the end pegs, and then we don't have a band going forward, but we still have these bands going down, and then we have our border bands going straight, and then our last step is to take from this outside peg to the center on both sides like that. Okay, so then we left the band down here for close up, so you just reach your pin in to grab that band and bring that out so it's caught everything in there. I thought I had a C-clip around here. So I'm just doing one loom, but I'm still going to put my C-clip on my bands. And as long as you just take off these two end pins here, you can pretty much just pull this off the loom as long as you rock it. So you gotta rock it so you can get the outer pin bars loosened. Ta-da! So that is the back, which that one actually looks pretty cool, but it is caved in. But this is the front. It's not bad. I'm not really sure if it looks cool with the yellow bands. So the only thing that I noticed, if you're meticulous and want to straighten out bands, is that like where I have these orange bands, I need to maybe make sure that they're straight. They might get a little overlapped. Other than that, everything usually turns out. Unless you're using bands that twist, I'm sure you'll have some untwisting to do. Otherwise, it's pretty cool. So definitely can add bling to this and make it a thin, kind of like a watch band, hint, hint. Okay, you see that hole in there? That hole is that single chain we'll put up the center. Once you loom up that center chain, that's the time, once you put one link of the center chain up, that's the time you add a beaded band. Okay, so that can also be done as well. So one loom, which is typical of all bracelets, goes halfway around our wrist. So I'm going to quickly show how to make the extension for the bracelet, and just to see if my little nephew will make this bracelet so he knows how to finish it. So as many chains as you will need to go around. So for instance, this bracelet for me, I need enough chains to go from here to here. So I'm gonna guesstimate, and I can always take off if it's too many. So I'm adding 1, 2, 3, 4, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so after you add all of those bands, then you turn your loom around, and this is when you want to add this band right here at the end. So I'm going to just stick my hook back in there to catch it, to take it off that C-clip, and we want to add this band here. I can make it nice and straight, but you want to open it up so you have both of those bands open, and then place it on top of that peg the first peg right there. Okay? Then we reach underneath those bands and grab that bottom one and just loom it forward. And do the same until you reach the end of the loom, like this. And then we can add our C-clip again. So easy way is to, you could even take these bands and stretch them over to this peg here, and then it really opens it up. So then your C-clip will just go right on, and then you can pull it off like that, and then take that clip, and you have another band up in the beginning here that you can add your C-clip to. So then once you're all done, you just have it on your wrist, and then that chain is down there. Okay? So here we go. Simple one loom setup. Most people can enjoy as long as they have a loom. And please make sure that you include me in your renditions. I get so excited when you guys make any of the designs that I've made, or just even the designs that I'm doing tutorials for, to see what the color combos are and the beads and such. So please make sure that you show me on Instagram, and stay tuned because I may come back in 10 more minutes coming out with something new, all because you guys inspire me, so I wouldn't be here without you. So again, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.